welcome back to another episode of VolleyBlogIT. I'm your host, Iris Polanata. Last week we talked about the jump top spin serve, so if you want to improve that or if you want to learn how to do it, check out this link. This week we're going to talk about blocking. Blocking can be the momentum changer of the game. It's important for blockers to have good handwork, footwork, and eye work, and it's your first line of offense. Even if people say it's defense, I think it's really awesome if you can take the point in one contact. We're going to give you tips, drills, and pointers on how to be effective blockers when you're swing blocking and static blocking. We're also going to be talking to Amanda Gil, who is my partner in crime at Vision Volleyball Club. She's a former UCLA and University of Washington player, and she is the #1 blocker in her time. Now let's talk about static blocking. I think static blocking is really useful for when you're blocking against quick tempo sets. So if the other team is running a 1 or a 3 or a really fast pin set, it's much easier to get there by static blocking than by swing blocking. Some things to keep in mind when you're static blocking is 1, to be squared to the net. So that means you want to already be facing the net and you don't want any of your hips coming off the net. Otherwise, you'll be tooled. The second thing is to already be loaded. Some people like to stay here and then come up and then come down again, which doesn't make sense. So already be loaded so you're ready to jump up at any point. The third thing is when you're blocking, give this extra 10% with your shoulders to go over the net. And the fourth thing is to already be over the net as much as you can. So hold that block as long as you can until you land. The most important thing about being a great blocker is your eye work. It's going to be ball setter, ball hitter. So when you're loaded at the net, you're going to watch that ball come off the passer's platform, and that's when you want your eye on the ball. Then you're going to take your eyes to the setter. Then when she sets it, track that ball with your eyes again, go ahead and swing block or static block out to the hitter. So now that you know the basics of blocking, we're going to go head over to Stanford and talk to Amanda Gil about how to be an awesome blocker. Hey everyone, today we have here Amanda Gil, who is my coaching partner in crime at Vision Volleyball Club. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
So earlier I talked to our viewers about the basics of static blocking, and I wanted to save you for swing blocking since it's such a complex skill that a lot of people still need help with. So can you tell us about the footwork and handwork for swing blocking?
Yes, so when you swing block, you want to always create a path with your first step towards the pole. You want to get squared to the pole. And then with your arms, you want to make sure that you swing your arms all the way back to get that full range so you can jump as high as you want. And then just pressing your hands low and over the net.
Awesome. So are there any drills you can give us to help with our footwork and handwork?
Yes, there's a couple of drills. There's a drill called ball setter, ball hitter, which really helps you with your blocking. It's basically a blocking drill to work with your eye work and then just seeing where you need to go either to the left or to the right of the court.
Okay, great. Okay, so now that we have the basics of swing blocking down, can you tell us how effective it is rather than static blocking?
So the swing block is extremely effective because it's very similar to a hitting approach. When you do a hitting approach, you want to use your arms and swing those arms back as far as you can to jump to your maximum potential. So that's basically what you're doing in a swing block. So that's why it's the most effective blocking.
Okay. And what are the disadvantages of swing blocking? What should we look out for?
So the disadvantages with swing blocking is you've got to make sure you open up that hip to create the lane of the path of the approach. If you do not open up right away, you can get extremely tight to the net. And then with your arms, you're going to make sure that you swing those arms back, and then while you bring them forward, there's going to be a slight bend, and then you're going to shoot your hands over the net instead of you're going to have these long windshield wipers. You want to look out for that and make sure you don't have that.
Right. So on our team that we coach with Jay and Casey, Amanda works a lot with our blockers. So what's the most important thing that you drill inside their heads?
The most important thing is reading. We want to make sure that our blockers see the set and then react instead of reacting before they see the set, which is called guessing. We do not want to guess when we block. So we really want to make sure we focus on the 4 things of reading: ball, setter, ball, hitter. Making sure that the second ball is the most important because it's coming out of the setter's hands. So when you watch the ball, the hitter is going to go to where the ball is. So making sure you're seeing where the ball is.
Okay. Well, thanks to Amanda for being here today.
Thank you.
I hope your blocking gets a lot better. Thank you guys again for tuning in to another episode of VolleyBlogIT. Please like, subscribe, comment in the comment section, and thank you Amanda Gil for being on my show. If you volley, I dig it. So you've gotten a lot of blocks in your career. Can you show us your best block chair?
Ooh!